Hello everyone. Now let us start the lecture 5 regarding the aldehydes and ketones. In this lecture, we will discuss about the reduction and the oxidation reactions of the aldehydes and ketones. So let us start with the reduction. As you know well, the reducing agent are the lithium aluminium hydride, sodium borohydride, platinum nickel palladium in the presence of hydrogen gas. Lithium aluminium hydride is the strong reducing agent. Sodium borohydride is the mild reducing agent. Nickel, platinum, palladium in the presence of hydrogen gas, any one of them in the presence of hydrogen gas also gives the reduction behavior. Now see, we have to be discuss over here that after the reduction, aldehydes and ketones, what sort of the compounds they will give. When you will see the aldehydes will give rise to the formation of primary alcohols because CHO are present at the terminal position. And the ketones are present in the middle of the reaction so that we will give the secondary alcohol. So you can generalize primary alcohol are formed by the aldehydes and the secondary alcohols are formed by the ketones. Now see, whenever the aromatic aldehydes or the ketones are there, they also be reduced in the presence of strong reducing agent and there, that is the benzaldehyde. Here we will get the product benzyl alcohol, that is CH2OH. We will get this kind of the product here. And this is the butane 2-on, which on reduction will give the butane 2-ol. So these kind of the reactions will be asked in the conversions, complete the reactions or write the reagent used in doing the particular transformation. Now the another type of the reduction is the Clemmensen reduction, which is a sort of naming reaction in which the reagent used is zinc mercury amalgam in the presence of concentrated HCl. Now here the C double bond O group, that is there may be the aldehydic group or the ketonic group. Carbonyl groups will be converted into hydrocarbon like zinc mercury amalgam in the presence of concentrated HCl will be the reagent used for the reduction purpose for the complete reduction process. Now suppose you are having the ketone, that is the acetone. So you can easily understand that there will be conversion of this C double bond O will be converted into CH2 and we will get CH2 instead of C double bond O. That is propanol will give rise to the formation of propane. Similarly, if you are having benzaldehyde, so this CHO group in the presence of zinc mercury amalgam and concentrated HCl, it will give rise to the formation of toluene. So the hydrocarbon will be formed in case of Clemmensen reduction. More reactions you can do with the acetophenone. Suppose you are having acetophenone, that will be converted into ethyl benzene CH2CH3 group. So you have to be concentrate कि whenever the C double bond O group is there and we are using zinc mercury amalgam in the presence of concentrated HCl, we will get the corresponding hydrocarbon. Now the another reduction process is the Wolff-Kishner reduction. In Wolff-Kishner reduction, the product will be same, that is the C double bond O group will be converted into CH2 group. That is the same, but the reagent used will be, that is NH2NH2, that you have seen in the lecture 4. It is the hydrazine glycol and this is KOH, that is an alkali. So we have to use these reagents and we can convert the aldehyde and ketone in corresponding hydrocarbons, whether they are aromatic or aliphatic ones. So this was all about the reduction processes used in the aldehyde and ketones. So let us concentrate on the oxidation processes of aldehyde and ketones. Strong oxidizing agent are the KMnO4 and K2Cr2O7 in the presence of acidic medium. And in these two reagents, there is a formation of carboxylic acid. That is, the KMnO4 in the acidic medium give rise to the formation of carboxylic acid. There is no problem regarding the aldehydes because in case of aldehydes, suppose you are having that is 2-phenyl ethanol. in the presence of KMnO4 or K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium, we will get this kind of the compound, that is 2-phenyl ethanoic acid. But if we are having the sort of ketones, in ketones, in the presence of strong oxidizing agent, there is a breakage of groups takes place and we will get the mixture of carboxylic acid. तो यहाँ पर आपको जो मिलेगा, यहाँ पर प्योर कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड नहीं मिलेगा. You will give rise to the formation of this product, that will be the mixture of the compounds you will get. So now we will see ki how the reactant will be decided, ki what sort of product will be formed. Now suppose you are having CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. Now there you can see there is one carbon atom, there is two carbon atom. So we will get the mixture of the compound here. How does it take place? Whenever the breakage of bond will be takes place from this position, that is A position. So these two carbon atom and these two carbon atom give rise to the formation of two molecules of acetic acid like this. ये कार्बन और ये कार्बन आपका COOH ग्रुप में चेंज हो जाएगा. Now suppose if the breakage will be takes place in this manner. Now in this case you will see that there is 3 carbon atom and there will be 1 carbon atom. So there is a formation of one formic acid and the another will be propanoic acid. So mixture of acids we will get. That was also be decided by the Popoff's rule. Popoff's rule. In case of Popoff's rule, the C double bond O will be go along with the less number of carbon atom and we will get these compounds. These products will be major one and these products will be minor one. But we are getting the compounds in a mixture form, not the pure carboxylic acid. So this is the one method by which we can oxidize the aldehydes and ketones. Another, the tolerance reagent are there which are also used for the distinction between the aldehyde and ketones. Now in this case, what will happen? Tolerance reagent are what? First of all, you should know what is the meaning of tolerance reagent. Tolerance reagents are the silver nitrate solution which is present in the ammonia. That is the silver ammonical nitrate solution. And this is the composition of the tolerance reagent. This reagent you will find in your lab and you can do the practical regarding the aldehydes and ketones. Since silver nitrate solution, this is the silver nitrate solution and we are using this solution to distinguish aldehydes from ketones because ketones doesn't give this test. And when we are adding, we have to take the test tube and we are adding the aldehyde to it and the silver nitrate solution few drops and we are heating this test tube. So we will find in a water bath, we will find that there will be the mirror image. Mirror means silver mirror. A shiny appearance will be on the side of the test tube. That will indicate the deposition of Ag in a traces amount. Mirror image will be formed. Not a silver will be deposited. There is a silver mirror. Like you will get the very thin layer of this compound will be observed at this side of the test tube. That will indicate the presence of aldehydic group. Now see how does the reaction carry out. Now in this case, aldehydic group will be converted into carboxylic group because the tolerance reagent is a strong oxidizing agent. So that will oxidize the CHO group to COO negative. That is the ammonium salt of carboxylic acid we will get. And the silver mirror which is obtained at the side of the test tube is the Ag deposition which is silver mirror, which is termed as silver mirror. Ammonia and H2O, they will be formed, they will be liberated during the reaction. Now, if we are doing the same reaction with CH3CHO, so we have to write down these reagent here and there is a formation of carboxylic acid, ammonium salt of carboxylic acid, deposition of silver mirror and the ammonia and H2O will be formed as a side product. Side product will never be changes. This tolerance reagent can also be used for the detection of benzaldehyde also. Suppose you are having benzaldehyde and you are adding silver mirror to tolerance reagent to it. इसके अंदर हमने tolerance reagent डाला. After that, what will happen? There will be formation of ammonium salt of benzoic acid there is a liberation of Ag, there is a formation of ammonia, and similarly, water molecule will be eliminated. So in this form, the reaction will be carried out. Tollens reagent can oxidize the benzaldehyde because Tollens reagent is a strong oxidizing agent. So we can use this Tollens reagent for detection of aromatic as well as aliphatic groups, and ketones doesn't give this test. Now let us see how does the another test to distinguish between aldehyde and ketones, or for the detection of aldehydes, and that is failing test. In failing test, we have to take the two solutions, that is the failing solution A, which is the copper sulfate solution, aqueous copper sulfate solution, which is blue in color, and failing solution B, which is colorless, and it is the sodium potassium tartrate solution, which is also known as Rockall salt. Now, in this case, Cu plus 2 will be get reacted with the aldehydic group, and again the failing solutions are the mild oxidizing agent. So whenever it will be react with the aliphatic ones, we will get the test, but benzaldehyde doesn't give this test because it is an aromatic compound and failing solution is a mild oxidizing agent. So whenever the same procedure we have to opt, that is we have to take the test tube, add the sample to it, that is suppose you are taking the acetaldehyde, and then add the few drops of failing solution A and the same amount of failing solution B, you will get the dark blue color in the test tube. Heat the test tube on water bath, and you will see after that, after some time, 5 to 10 minutes, you will see there is an appearance of orange red color. PPT will be appear to indicate the presence of aldehydic group. But you can't use this test to distinguish or to detect the presence of benzaldehyde. Now, so here the red PPT formed will be Cu2O. That is Cu2O will be formed as a orange red precipitate. It's a very good precipitate you will see in your test tube in your labs because it is the functional group detection in your practical syllabus also. Again, the ketones doesn't give this test. So that I have explained why CHO will not give the failing solution test because it is an aromatic aldehyde and failing solution is a mild oxidizing agent. Now, up to here, you have to complete the reduction and the oxidation processes. The next topic and the last topic regarding the aldehyde and ketones are the some specific reactions. The three specific reactions are there. One is the aldol condensation reaction. Actually, it is a reaction in which the aldehyde and ketones which has the alpha hydrogen. Like suppose you are having CH3CHO group. In CH3CHO group, this carbon atom is alpha carbon atom and the 3 alpha hydrogens are present. So it will be it will give the aldol condensation reaction. But if you will see the formaldehyde, in case of formaldehyde there is no alpha hydrogen. In case of benzaldehyde there is no alpha hydrogen, so that these two will not give the aldol condensation reaction. It's a very important question. So in case of aldol condensation, what will happen? The one molecule and the same molecule, there is a self-condensation reaction takes place. Two molecules are of the same sample and they will be react in the presence of a dilute alkali, which may be dilute NaOH, which may be dilute KOH, or it may be BaOH whole twice. Any one of them are responsible for the aldol condensation reaction. Now here what will happen? This molecule which has the alpha hydrogen, this alpha hydrogen will be removal and there is a formation of nucleophilic center. ये nucleophile generate हो जाएगा एक molecule से and that will be attack on the another molecule. So one molecule will be act as a reaction center, electrophilic center, and the another will be act as a nucleophile. So that will be attack on this carbonyl carbon and it results in the formation of a compound which is beta hydroxy aldehyde or beta hydroxy ketone. See this alpha hydrogen, this is beta hydrogen. So beta hydroxy aldehyde. You may write the IUPAC nomenclature of this compound also. Okay, what will be the IUPAC name of this compound? After heating, the removal of water molecule takes place. According to the Sidzeff rule, the OH will be removed from this position, hydrogen will be removed from this position, and we will get CH double bond CH and CHO. That will be alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde, and if it is ketone, it is alpha beta unsaturated ketone, alpha beta ketone or alpha beta aldehyde. So here this is the alpha position and this one is the beta position, and this compound is known as aldol. So you can see easily the common name of this compound is crotonaldehyde, that we have done in the lecture 1 IUPAC nomenclature, and the IUPAC name will be but2-enol. And this compound, this conversion asked so many times ki how will you convert acetaldehyde into but2-enol. So this is one of the aldol condensation which you can do with the help of ketone also. Suppose you are having, this is the ketone molecule and you are using the another ketone molecule, because the same compounds should be there, same molecule of the different molecule of the same substance must be there. So this carbon atom will become negatively charged, that is CH2 minus, and that will be the nucleophilic center, nucleophile, that will be attack on this carbon atom, and you will get this kind of the compound, that is with the ketone. You will find this sort of the compound will be formed, and after the removal of water molecule, you will get CH3, CH3, and then CH double bond, C double bond, CH, C double bond O, CH3. So alpha beta unsaturated, beta hydroxy, ये सभी के अंदर आपका सेम बनेगा. So you can try with the another molecules also other than formaldehyde and benzaldehyde, which does not has the alpha hydrogen. Now second one is the, that was all about the aldol condensation. Second is the aldol condensation reaction. In case of cross aldol condensation reaction, it is a reaction in which two different molecules of the different substances must be there. Means two aldehyde of the same different compound, two ketones of the different compound, or one aldehyde or one ketone of the different compound, and one must have the alpha hydrogen. Same reaction hai, but they will undergoes in the alpha. One must have the alpha hydrogen. See how does it takes place. Suppose you are having the combination of as ethanol and this is ketone. आप ये ले सकते हैं. You can take the example of CH3CHO, which is react with the formaldehyde. You can take benzaldehyde along with acetone. You can take benzaldehyde along with ethanol, or so many combinations will be there. Any combination you can use here. These are the some of the combinations for the cross aldol condensation. But the concept is that कि जो आपका ये combination है, both has alpha hydrogen. इसमें at least one has alpha hydrogen. This has alpha hydrogen. This has alpha hydrogen. At least one molecule should have the alpha hydrogen. Otherwise, there will no generation of nucleophile. Alpha hydrogen, alpha carbon is needed for the generation of nucleophilic addition or generation of nucleophile. See, we will take how does it will takes place. Now, suppose you can take the example of ethanol and benzaldehyde. In benzaldehyde, there is no alpha hydrogen. यहाँ पर alpha hydrogen present नहीं है. So that will be converted into in a reaction intermediate, that will be the generation of nucleophile. यहाँ से nucleophile generate होगा in the presence of dilute NaOH, and this will be attack on this carbon atom. ये यहाँ पर attack करेगा and dispersion of charge will be takes place. And what will be the product form? The product form will be beta hydroxy aldehyde. ये बन गया beta hydroxy aldehyde, which is you can say aldol, and that will be the you must write the IUPAC nomenclature for this compound also for the practice. Now after this there is a removal of water molecule with the help of किसके साथ होगा? That is with the help of Sedgwick rule. So यहाँ तो hydrogen है ही नहीं, so this and this OH and H will be removed, and the product formed will be, you will see, and what will be the nomenclature of this compound, and this is cinnamaldehyde. Cinnamaldehyde, and that we have also done in lecture 1 IUPAC nomenclature. Cinnamaldehyde, crotonaldehyde, propionaldehyde, acetophenone, all these compounds we have covered in lecture 1. If you have some problem, so you can go through this lecture again. So in this case, you will see the formation of cross aldol product will be formed, and there is a formation of the other compound also takes place, because these molecules will be क्रॉस आपस में भी करेंगे तो माइनर कंपाउंड बन जाएगा, बट इसके अंदर कोई नहीं बनेगा. तो अनदर कंपाउंड यू मे राइज द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ ब्यूट टू इनल, ये भी बनेगा कुछ कॉम्बिनेशन में, ये भी बनेगा क्योंकि सेल्फ कंडेंसेशन भी होगा. ये तो क्रॉस एल्डोल हो गया और ये इसका एल्डोल प्रोडक्ट भी. द सॉर्ट ऑफ अमाउंट this mixture will also be formed, but the major product will be this one, no doubt. So that you can see that there is a cross aldol condensation, we are also getting the product depending upon the sort of reactant we are taking. Now the last reaction of aldehyde and ketones is the Cannizzaro reaction. In Cannizzaro reaction, there will be formation of, in Cannizzaro reaction. In Cannizzaro reaction, the reagent used will be concentrated NaOH. Concentrated alkali we have to take, or concentrated KOH we can take. Now, formaldehyde and benzaldehyde, that is formaldehyde and benzaldehyde, these two will not have the alpha hydrogen. So they will undergo in Cannizzaro reaction. Means we can say that the aldehydes which does not contain alpha hydrogen, they undergoes in the Cannizzaro reaction. How does it take place? There will be self-oxidation and self-reduced product is formed. As you know, CHO is an aldehyde group. If it is going to be reduced, it gives rise to the formation of alcohol. We have seen in the earlier reaction in the reduction processes. And after the oxidation, it will give rise to the formation of carboxylic acid. So here, if we are using NaOH, we will get the sodium. आपको मिल जाएगा sodium ethanoate. And if it is potassium, the potassium methanoate. So in that case, you will see there is a self-reduced and self-oxidized product will be formed. And in case of benzaldehyde, there is a reduction product will be benzyl alcohol, and the oxidized product will be this compound, that is the sodium benzoate. So that this was about the Cannizzaro reaction, in which there is no formation of there is no presence of alpha hydrogen. So they undergoes in Cannizzaro reaction other than aldol condensation, but they can go in the cross aldol condensation with the another molecule which has the alpha hydrogen. So here we have completed the aldehydes and ketones, so that you can do the questions based on these compounds. That is a distinguished test. Suppose you are having the acetophenone and benzophenone. That is the acetophenone and benzophenone. ये हो गया acetophenone और ये हो गया benzophenone. Now in this case you will see कि both are ketones. So what kind of the test we can use? That you have done in the alcoholic chapter, that is the iodoform test. Haloform reactions में iodoform test. In case of iodoform test, what will happen? The carbon containing oxygen must have the methyl group. Like carbon containing oxygen has methyl group, undergoes in the iodoform test. See how does it takes place? When there is an addition of iodine in the presence of NaOH, this CH3 group will be converted into iodoform CHI3, which is yellow in color, yellow PPT. And the another compound जो आपका compound बच गया, that will be converted into acid. तो ये acid में convert हो जाएगा. So we will get the yellow precipitate if such kind of the compound will be present. And this benzophenone does not give the yellow PPT. यहाँ पर no yellow PPT will be formed. So in that manner we can distinguish two ketones also. And suppose the two aldehydes are there. Suppose you are having ethanol. ये हो गया आपका प्रोपेनल और ये हो गया इथेनल. In these two cases, both will undergoes in the tolerance reagent, both will undergoes in the Fehling solution, so that we have to do the iodoform test here again. Iodoform test. So you can see this compound has the methyl group attached with the carbon having oxygen, but here there is an ethyl group. So this will give rise to the iodoform test, and there is a formation of yellow precipitate of iodoform, and the another will be converted into acid. इसमें convert हो जाएगा. So yellow PPT will be given by this compound. And if the one aldehyde or one ketone is there, suppose you are having acetone and propanol. Suppose you are having this one is ethanol and you are having acetone. So in that manner, you can easily see that we can't do the iodoform test because both will contain the methyl group and both will give the iodoform test. But if we are using the Tollens reagent or the Fehling solution, this will give rise to the Tollens and Fehling solution both. So we have to write down the reactions with observation, and here no positive test will be given by this Tollens reagent or Fehling solution test. So in that manner, you can do the more and more questions. In the upcoming lectures, you will see the description of the questions also. So keep watching and find your problems, do your NCERT questions and prepare well for your examinations.